Hello, everyone, and how are you all today? My name is Valthier Soul Reaver, and we're back in Tainted Grail. I've made some progress on a large number of the side missions and things of that nature. I had a feeling that their tenuous relation to the main storyline might, make them seem a tad boring. So I went ahead and got them out of the way. I now have my own little house, which is actually why I have my funds reduced so much. I did find a new outfit, or at least appearance. We're still using all of our old gear because apparently it was technically better, but we just have a nice, cool look. Like we're actually put together instead of some random necromancer hobo that fell out of a cavern. On top of that, I'm rather proud. We're going to be using an interesting new fighting style. Basically, it's going to be wand offhand as if it's a shield, and then a dagger. That is going to essentially allow us, because we have this wand of festering rot and our dagger, to be able to go ahead and poison our enemies. Basically, there's 3 wands like this in the game. One is for poison, fire. There's another one for fire, and then another one for ice. The attacks poison targets affix that you see there does not necessarily mean it needs to be with the wand. It's anything that you are doing while the wand is equipped. So, say, Merlin's Thorn, fire these off, and all of a sudden, they can suddenly have poison affliction attached to them as well. I currently don't have that going on, where I have my spells being cast with reduced mana costs. But eventually, it's entirely possible that we're going to be running a huge poison build. And essentially what we're looking at is the ability to afflict poisons and other status effects with the dagger, which is going to have a bonus to that sort of thing, using the ability to parry to keep ourselves alive. Poison buildup, the dagger's ability to basically consume any, I think it's bleed or poison effects on a target and deal all that overtime damage instantly at a reduced rate, but still. With the effective ability to continually poison an enemy, it's going to be some pretty significant damage, especially since poison is percentage damage. So, that's going to be essentially the build that we're going to go with for the rest of the run. It took me a while to kind of get to this point, but I'm actually kind of proud that I was able to piece together this whole thing. It took a little bit of figuring it out. There's not a lot of good documentation on the internet about how this game functions. So it was a little bit of a science experiment. Now, with that having been said, we're going to start progressing some, I don't want to say main quest line things. However, they are offshoots of the main quest line in that there are specific locations that I've found that have a sigil that you can touch that had the symbol of Excalibur. Now, before we got Excalibur, the part of Arthur's soul that was in Excalibur, we couldn't deal with these. Now we can. And I found one all the way over here. And so we're going to do this one first. And then we'll do the next one. And after that, we're going to head north and start making our way towards Act 2, essentially. I believe the different acts are considered the different maps. Oh, there's some volunteers to show how the build works. Hello, Wolfies. Already poisoned. Oh, missed the parry. Okay. Now, because I missed a little bit on that second wolf, his debuff fell off just enough that he didn't actually get the poison. But, the point is that, it was very effective. Mining some iron, mining some iron. And this will get even more effective as we encounter enemies with larger hit point pools, things of that nature. Now, I have already found a couple of enemies that are immune to poison. So we're going to need... We're going to need to be able to find... Oh, I mistimed that. Come on. Something to allow us the ability to get around that. Now, unfortunately, the dagger does not have the ability to consume, say, the fire debuff. For enemies that are immune to poison, it might be that we rely mostly on things like bleed. We can swap out to, once I eventually get it, the fire staff, or wand, whatever. Or we can, it could be that they're immune to all of that. In which case, we might want to also consider, do I even have it on my inventory? Did I put it away? I cannot remember. I put it away. There is a two-handed sword that I tried out. I wanted to show a friend how the two-handed swords worked. They have problems with how like claymores and stuff are presented in a bunch of games. But this one, which I already have, every time you parry, it stacks a charge on the sword. And when you then next hit with the sword, every time you've parried, it will be that initial hit that you're just hitting the enemy with, in addition to every time you've parried, will be an additional hit. So let's say you parry 3 times, you'll be hitting the enemy with 4 times the damage of a normal hit. Which means that it has the potential, if you get really good at parrying, to be incredibly devastating. Which, that's just fun. It also just naturally looks good. Which is great. But yeah, it had a really nice little, way that it functioned. And so it could be that if our status effect build is, for whatever reason, coming up against an enemy that is, immune to status effects, we may bust that thing out as another weapon to basically just bulldoze an enemy with raw damage. But we're going to see how far our status effect build will take us. And here is the first door. Now, I technically have already opened this before, chat. I went ahead and opened this, and then took a look inside and was like, no. We're going to resave. We're going to, load our save before I open the door, because I wanted to show all of you this. It is the tomb of Sir Lancelot. And when I came in here, I knew I had to show you all this. So as you can see, this is quite the entrance to this tomb. I did not look up. I did not look up, chat. Rookie mistake. I did not look up. That is gorgeous. Oh, and it's mirrored. You see, I think that's what, King Arthur or something right here? And then that across the way is the same thing, but then over here and over here is some kind of beast. And here are the picture of some veiled woman, it looks like. Interesting. I'll have to explore that mural a little bit more. Also, the faces on the statues look very skeletal. I suppose appropriate considering it's a tomb. But yeah, so this is... You know, I saw all that. Well, except for the yeah, this is the view. This is what told me I needed to show all of you this. Because look at that. That just looks really cool and spooky. So, as of right now, we are in uncharted territory. I don't know what comes after this point. So let's see what we can find. Oh. I was spotted immediately by a squire. Looks like a spectral entity. Hello, gentlemen. Oh boy. I'll have to be careful. Go ahead and get ourselves a little bit of a heal. We don't yet have the parry feat that when we strike after a parry. Oh boy. Alright. Timing is... Yeah, we don't have the feat where when we parry, our next attack heals us. So, we're going to not just rely on parries. Oh, these guys are highly resistant to poison, which is unfortunate. Excuse me, sir. Sometimes, one of the things I've noticed, it's true also in Elden Ring, sometimes dodging into the enemies is better. Well now. Okay, that was, alright. Need some room. Get ourselves a little bit of a heal. Cheeky, I like it. Alright, fair enough, sir. Having to manage two of you is a bit of an annoyance. Really would be good if I had upgraded my dagger to actually be able to deal damage worth a damn. But you know what? That's okay. We're going to kill you two with the death of 1,000 cuts. You have been worthy opponents. But we will be victorious. One down. Oh. Actually, a little healing potion. Why not? Well, now that that's done, let's see what is here. Clearly this is someplace worth defending. Squires. Undead squires. But not rotting. Spectral. So, it seems like they might have been more guardian spirits than normal necromantic ghosts. This is understandable. Okay. I'm almost waiting for one of those statue knights from that other... Ooh. Oh. Well, no. Okay. We don't have time to go through that whole thing again. Give good XP, though. Nice. I'm just sorry that you're in a dungeon. You won't respawn. I have enough healing potions. Okay. Oh, at least 2 more. Actually, I'm curious. Do you bleed? Oh, you do. Well played, sirs. Well played. Well played. I will be victorious. Let's eat a little meal. You're poisoned now, Ghost. You're poisoned now. Yes. Alright. Gonna drop ourselves a quick save here. Excellent. Doing well towards level 30. Oh. Look at the... Oh, look at the architecture. Almost goes from something eldritch into something human, almost. Almost. Are you alive? What are you? Interesting. Nothing more than dancing lights, it seems? Perhaps? Perhaps. Are you will-o'-the-wisps? Are you trying to lead me to my doom? I don't recommend that. Recommend it at all. Oh. I sense an enemy nearby. Oh, I see an enemy nearby. There's another one of the spectral soldiers, another scar. Let's see. Well, this temple looks like it's almost been corrupted. It has almost a Tyranid-like look. Oh, this is shallow water. You're just walking through it. Interesting. It's looking like it's chitinous organic growth. Very interesting. Alright. I'm gonna deal with you. It is unfortunate, sir. Will not be capable of killing me. But you are rather tough. And I respect that. I'm going to assume these will-o'-the-wisps were leading me here to this chest, even though it didn't have anything that I could see as important in here. We're going to do another loop around the outskirts of this thing. Oh. Well, I suppose it would stand to reason there's more to this than meets the eye. So let's take a quick peek around what we can find. If there is anything. Oh. A white icon usually means an NPC that I can say talk to. That looks like a tomb. Or I should say that looks like the actual casket itself. Obviously, this is going to be a tomb, but what do we have? Oh. Hole in the floor. Bunch of caskets. Maybe the caskets of all the other squires. Who are you, friend? Lancelot. I see. For what it's worth, sir, I have to say, your armor looks amazing. May we speak?
My hands were made to serve the king. Not rot in idleness. This emptiness. I cannot bear it. I threw myself into nothing, and nothing is what I became.
Is there more?
Nothing without my king. Nothing without my blade.
I see. This is strange, chat. I'm having to click for... Oh, here we go. I think there was a slight hiccup. He held back on one of his voice lines. So, I had to click to progress it forward. Though there might have been a need for some sort of dramatic pause that I may have slightly ruined. I apologize. What happened to you?
I died a traitor's death, trampled and torn apart. Fitting. So very fitting. I thought that would be enough. But I failed him in life. How could one measly death be my absolution? I couldn't. I can't. I clawed my way out of the abyss, but came back empty-handed.
I see. And you're Sir Lancelot?
No. Don't speak that name. It's a traitor's name, hateful and vile. Let it be cursed. Let it be forgotten.
I see. Arthur, you knew him best. Perhaps it's time that you take the reins of this conversation.
Arthur? No. No, please. He cannot see me like this. He mustn't be made to look at me. My blade. My erendite. It remained behind. In the abyss. Deep in the weirdness. I cannot face my king without it. My sword belongs to him, as do I. But without it, I am nothing. I cannot kneel before him and offer him nothing.
I see. Then... I see. We must find your sword. Tomb of Sir Lancelot. Search. Oh! Oh, I see. We're back in the weirdness. Which is where he probably said he clawed his way out from? Honestly, the light doesn't seem so bad here. Not quite so creepy, kind of welcoming, but the environment is strange. And I don't mean that in just a, oh, it's weird kind of pun. It just... It almost has like these tree roots, but they are made, it seems, of stone. Which, of course, that's not how stone is supposed to really work. So... Because they don't seem carved, they seem natural. Alright, well... But I guess if we're in the weirdness... Maybe not everything needs to make sense in the classic fashion. Alright, so let's observe our surroundings. I believe we're at a, in fact, we're gonna go ahead and save. Real fast. We have a statue of someone. It looks like a knight. Kneeling? Perhaps with a weapon? Hard to say. On a shattered little dais there. We have a spectral entity that looks like it is hostile. And a path down to it. And then... looks like some sort of obelisk. Alright, well the path forward seems rather clear to me. We engage the spectral entity, and then we claim our prize. Come hither. There we go. You are not immune to poison. Ethereal cobwebs. Alright. Just a more difficult version of the creatures that I normally fight in the weirdness at night. Oh, which reminds me, chat, I now have, that stalker that I was seeing at night. He is now actually physically engaging me in combat now. I am indeed being hunted at night. So, that's an interesting thing. Let's go with a potion real fast. Interesting. Okay. Interact. One of these tendril bridges. Almost like a bunch of snakes. Certainly not fond of the way it looks. This is Odd Knight. An amazing looking sword, if I do say so myself. Wow, that's actually That's a heck of a sword. Alright. Driven through your chest. Claymore of some variety. Oh, Lancelot, let's just go ahead and retrieve your sword. Oh. Oh. This area has recovered. The tomb has been partially repaired. We'll explore afterwards. That's been repaired. Lancelot?
My name should have died with me. Why does it still linger?
Is that what you were looking for?
Erendite. Oh. How I long to hold it again. Just the weight of it in my hand makes me feel almost whole again. Like I might be worthy. Like maybe not everything was lost.
It is a familiar sensation, and that sense of familiarity might indeed provide comfort. Would you like to talk with Arthur now?
No. I know. I feel that he's with you. But there's nothing I could say to him. I won't beg forgiveness for my betrayal. I don't even know what I fear more. His mercy or his scorn. Please, as his closest confidant, take my blade. And I beg you, let me serve you and Arthur on your journey. Let me prove my devotion, my remorse, not with words, but with deeds.
I see.
Let me earn his trust again. This is all I ask.
Well. What? We're gonna go ahead and take your outfit, Sir Lancelot, because it looks just so awesome. And I mean, how better can we serve the king than to not only wield your weapon, but also to wear your armor, as if Lancelot, born anew, is once again taking the field. What? Oh. I should have gone in there. Oh well. Okay. This feels like we did a good deed, like something has been set to right. Oh. That tyrannid corruption that I was talking about, it's gone. The, like, alienness of the area has been wiped away. Horns of the South. Well, all right then. What?
Your
Hello.
Majesty, it's an honor to have you among us again. Thank you for helping me find my way back to your knight. I regret not doing a better job of guarding him.
And you are?
My name is Fianola. I am here on behalf of the Royal Geographers.
Uh-huh.
I was sent to do, well, quite a lot of work, actually. And as useful as it would be, the wordness never blessed me with an extra set of hands. Say, traveler, how would you feel about joining the oldest, most prestigious guild in Avalon?
Depends on what I need to do to join.
Oh, but you've already done the most important thing.
Oh?
You found what was lost and opened a new path. What better way to prove yourself as a true geographer in the making?
I suppose that's true. How did you know that Arthur was with me?
I'm a Pict. I can sense the wordness and the spirits within it. I knew you weren't alone when I saw you emerge.
I see.
The soul you carry, however weak it may appear, is deeply connected to the wordness and to Avalon. Besides, only the one who wields the power of Excalibur within could open this tomb. And that is rarer still.
Okay. Alright. I accidentally clicked my mouse button and I skipped a part of her dialogue. What do the royal geographers have to do with the Knights of the Round Table?
Everything. Our most important mission is preservation of Avalon and the pillars it was built on. We were sworn to protect the tombs of the first knights, but they were lost to us. There were rumors that the tombs were sealed, and only King Arthur could open them. Turns out, the rumor was true after all.
It would seem so. Tell me about other tombs. Or, actually, Sir Lancelot Shade has joined us. Is that something you wanted as well?
What is King Arthur without his faithful knights? Merely half a legend, if not less. They thrive by his side, and he thrives by theirs. And Avalon's foundations only grow stronger because of it. Sir Lancelot carries centuries of grief, and only serving his king once more can ease it.
I see. Would very much like to know why he was considered a traitor. There's a part of me that regrets not having gone into the Undercroft. I wonder if maybe there wasn't something there that would have been like some kind of like lore entry. But I don't think I have a save that would allow me to go back far enough. So it is what it is. Tell me about other tombs.
I appreciate your eagerness, but let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I see. Okay.
The other tombs are scattered across Avalon, hidden and sealed, waiting for the one who can call the knights back. Let your soul guide you. Find them, and I will find you.
Okay. And about your guild? After so many centuries, is there anything left to explore on Avalon? Of course, we are finding plenty of things that were lost, but... Well, actually, that seems a bit... Well, the other two sound a little bit more mean, so we'll go with this one. Even though I literally just found a bunch of things that were lost, so... I don't know.
Avalon's nature is ever-shifting, ever-changing. The wordness transforms not only living beings, but the land itself.
True.
Some places become unreachable, while others that appear are new to us. And there are those that have been forgotten, waiting to be rediscovered and brought into the light.
Oh, dear. No, I really don't want to have to ask those questions. Let's leave it at that for now. Hopefully I won't have to... Those other ones just... There's a sort of like snide quality to those questions, and I don't like it. I'm not fond.
The road is long, but the next tomb awaits.
Indeed it does. Oh, she's gone. All right. friend. Alright, well, that was Sir Lancelot's tomb. And we have acquired some very, very interesting things. But, since it is getting very late, we need to get back to a safe place to rest for the evening. Okay. Now, I do have a quick... characters... was there... entry for Lancelot? Lore, maybe? Anything? No, not gonna find anything there. Whoa. Okay, well, I'm not gonna be able to wield this weapon for quite some time. Increases physical damage by up to 200% depending on missing health. That's insane. Which I assume is my missing health. Increases critical damage by 25% when your health is below 20%. Increases physical damage by 25%. Increases damage by... Oh my god. So this is... So Lancelot's whole thing is being a crit fish. And just... Wow. Wow, that's a lot of physical damage. Attack speed. So he's a monster when he's wounded. He's a beast. Movement speed. Max stamina. Crit chance. He's all about just dishing massive critical damage and then just hovering on the brink of death. That's nuts. And none of this we can wield at the moment. So, unfortunately... Huh? What was that? Interesting. Okay. Well, as crazy awesome as the equipment looks, and it does look really good. Actually, hold on. I know we can't, like, effectively wear it in terms of it being useful to us, but I am curious just to see what it looks like when it's not being all spectrified. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's put on the full set just to see how it all goes. So now I'm curious. Ooh, chat, this is looking pretty good. That is a look. That is a great look. Well, we may have to entertain that. But for now, at least... Why is this here? Oh, I think I needed to sell that. For now, though, we need to wear stuff that I can actually wear. Because I can't effectively wear that. It's just not going to work. So... Oh, wait, no. Put. Here we go. Alright, so... Put. Store. And then we're going to go ahead and remove all crafting materials. There we go. Next sneaking hit will instantly kill an enemy. I'm going to put that away as well. I'm not ready for that sort of thing. Consumables. No. Anything else that needs to go away? Put away. What is this? No. Alright, so we're good. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and see where we can load. Just out of curiosity. Yep, this is right before that fight. And these are two afterwards. So, yeah, it is entirely too late. Wait. Chat. Your wonderful necromancer leader has done what we in the business like to refer to as a dumb. So, if you'll excuse me, I need to run back to base because I'm a goober. I hit load instead of save. And you might even go so far as to say, well, Valthier, you literally said, let's see where we can load, and you would be correct. However, I am a tad silly. Just a tad. And so I made a classic blunder of thinking I was going to go ahead and save my game there in the castle, having done everything I needed to, and looking like a proper damer. And all I did was make myself look like a proper fool. But let's be fair, that could also qualify as being a proper gamer. Whoops. That was third person. This is how I put my weapons back. There we go. Wrong button. Because what is more classic as being a gamer, but a combination of looking really awesome and then also really, really silly. Oftentimes one directly after the other. Not necessarily in any particular order. Okay. Override. That means save. Save game. Save. There we go. Oh, the silliness. Okay. We're going to come over here. And we're going to rest. Oh. It's the morning. I thought it was getting late, chat. I was wrong. Well, that is okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to run over here, and then we're going to find the other thing that we can unlock with the Excalibur power, which is going to be... Hold on. Archspire, Druidic Shrine. It's right here. There we go. It should be in this area, roughly. Oh. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw something. Oh, hello. Yeah. Not getting in melee with those guys. Oh. What's that? There we go. I was going to say something, and then I realized I somehow managed to embed this fool in the ground. So, you know, we'll just, yeah, take that. Okay. Now, I don't know what this stuff is used for. Weirdstone ore. I haven't come across a use for it just yet. But that doesn't mean that the use for it doesn't exist. Quite the contrary. It means that it's probably fairly valuable and high level. But we are Now at the second location that I have found that has the Excalibur rune. So we're going to interact with it. This is the first time I've been here and touched this. I don't know what is going to happen. Okay, in hindsight, that is more or less what I expected, is that it would open a portal. But the specifics are unknown to me. So, let's go. Let's see what we can see. Oh, what is interesting? Okay. I sense an enemy nearby. Detected. Oh boy. Missling. Like some kind of corrupted shade of some variety. Blood clot, weird plasm. Interesting. Wow. See that smoke in the distance? Almost certainly another one. Go ahead and eat another meal. Let it slowly regenerate. Oh, I can hear it. It's approaching. Here it comes. Oh. Did it stop? It stopped its patrol. That went a lot better. That's actually one of the benefits of parrying, chat, which is another thing that's going to allow me to dominate the battlefield as soon as I get a few more talent points. Parrying them drains their stamina. When you do that to an enemy, you have the ability to essentially put them in a recovery state, which you can then take advantage to get some good hits on. Okay, the weirdness is a purpose in and of itself, and creation within or through the weirdness requires no explanation. It simply becomes, and then it is. The weirdness is a field of fulfilled potentialities where anything can happen, things beyond imagination. The only limits are our minds and our understanding. It takes shape according to our will, our emotions, and our thoughts. We cannot shut ourselves off from it. Interesting. Since we've killed two of them, we're going to go ahead and drop another save. This almost looks like it would be one of the teleport. It does look like it, except it doesn't have the glowing jewel in the middle. One of the fast travel beacons. It's a similar design. I'm not seeing any treasure or anything, so the lore is going to be a big thing here. The Kingdom Beyond sent their ambassador to maintain the balance, the Ever Dweller. Only one thing is known for certain. The Everdweller cannot survive far from the boiling primordial weirdness of Talthan, our capital. Does this mean that the weirdness exists beyond Avalon as well? That is a force, a substance that enshrouds and imbues all of reality with its potential? Or rather, that it is a force, okay. I need to learn how to read. Interesting. Looks like someone in red armor. Avalon is just a midpoint between the far simpler human reality and the timeless kingdom beyond the stars. It is fascinating to gaze upon the land of men and see all that commotion. They live, they die, and even their vanishing has a purpose. One can mourn what is lost, and then one can celebrate the growth of new life. Their decadence differs from ours, for theirs, in the end, has a conclusion. Interesting. Another one of those blood abominations. You're facing me, so I'm probably not going to be able to sneak up on you, am I? No, I don't think so. Oh, that's no good. Very dodgy. Alright. Alright, ma'am. Oh. Bloodstone. Cool. Blood-tainted shell. Also cool. I already have 2 of those. And those are armor augments, so anytime, if I equip enough of those, every time I kill somebody, I will recover health as well. And bloodsting. Let's, I'm now curious. What does this do? And what are you? Alright, 2-handed sword. Each swing deals 1 damage to you. Each hit applies bleed. Interesting. Could be fun. Could be very fun. But we shall see. Those look like tubes. Excuse me, chat. Had a bit of a yawn there. There was no place as beautiful and primal as this. When we discovered it for the first time, it felt as though it had been created for us. One of the earliest, most untouched places on Avalon. Unmarked by our actions, and yet we felt such a deep connection to it. We decided to weave new lives here. From thought and intention, from potential, shaped after our deepest desires. And for the Weaver, we chose the purest among us. Pardon me, chat.
Come on, inside.
Oh. Oh, there's someone in there. They got 4 arms, and they're talking to me. Alright. Well, gonna drop a drop a save. Crack the knuckles. This could be a very interesting conversation and or a boss fight, so we just gotta be ready. Alright.
Step forward. After all, you know me well.
I see.
Take off your mask now. It's your home.
I'm not sure I understand. Strands. Interesting. Talk.
Welcome, little prince. Why the sullen look? Aren't you glad to see me? You finally made it here. It must have taken quite a long time.
And, who are you?
So, you don't remember me. I'm afraid it might have something to do with the form in which I see you now. This body and soul, they're much different from what I expected. But to answer your question, I am the Weaver. And though it may be hard for you to believe, a part of you knows me all too well.
I see. Prince, why'd you call me?
Because it is easier for me to address you this way than to accept that, for now, you are nothing more than a human. It is painful, but I must come to terms with it.
I see. And, where exactly are we?
It is a place where my prince was woven from the threads of pure potential. The Pale Lady was relentless in her desire to fulfill her vision of an offspring, modeled after those she watched so eagerly. It displeases me that you don't remember. I'd envisioned your return and our meeting quite differently. But now it all makes sense. Now I understand why you need that shard.
What is your role in this?
Nothing remarkable. I simply exist in this place. That you ended up here is a mere coincidence. None of my kind have visited me in a long time. Yet here, I used to weave new Avalonians, shaping them according to the intent and thought that accompanied their creation. Now the thread of potential is much weaker, though it seems this place stirs to life again as the weirdness returns.
Okay. That was a... Chat, me and breathing today apparently are not getting along, unfortunately. It was a bit of a convoluted answer. And I'm not even entirely sure if he's referring to me as me or to Arthur. Now, by all accounts, he should be referring to Arthur, but that's not inherently a given. Tell me more about the Pale Lady.
She was a powerful Avalonian, one of the oldest. She saw and desired far more than the rest of her kin, who were suffocating in their growing decadence. To live a life where one can do anything, it loses all meaning. When she discovered the homelands and learned of mortality and time, everything changed.
I see.
We were no longer the same. It was as though the mere awareness of such things altered the way we lived. We could no longer exist as we once had. It planted a new emotion in us, You will find traces of her here as well. The stone tablets bear her mark.
I see. I did read those. What happened to the Pale Lady?
I'm afraid I must admit that I don't know where she is now.
I see.
It seems she retreated into her depths again after your king entered his eternal sleep. The true one, from which mortals are not meant to be awakened. Not like this.
You mentioned a shard. What shard are you referring to?
The shard of the prince's memory. It is shattered. Much like the fragmented memory of the king that lingers within you. I'd gladly speak with him, but something is preventing him from manifesting.
I see. Alright, chat. I'm now even more convinced I am the prince, and he is referring to me as that prince, whereas Arthur is the king. Using those titles, is there something special about our character that we're not aware of? Entirely possible, since very little is known about our personal past other than we ended up at that Red Asylum. Down with that evil blood plague sickness. So the plot thickens yet again with more layers and folds. How do you know about the king inside me?
I don't know all the details. What I do know is that after our prince was murdered by our kin, his potential, what you humans might call a soul, did not perish.
I see.
The prince had been deeply fascinated by humans, and so after his death he manifested in one of them. That person was Arthur. The man who would one day become your king.
I see. I was incorrect. I spoke too soon, chat. I'll try not to do that again. Or maybe I shall. Makes for interesting talk. But the prince became our king. If this is one of the Four Dwellers, and the prince was a Four Dweller, Arthur, quote unquote, was a Four Dweller in a spiritual sense, and he is now a human, quote unquote, because he's now more than human as well. Almost as if perhaps he's taken on some of his original Four Dweller powers or essence, fortified by that, but then also a combination, combined with his human side. That might be an interesting guess. But yeah, we let's see why was your prince murdered? This could be interesting.
He followed his mother's fascination. Much like her, he gazed upon the land of men. But he wished to go further. He wanted to experience being human. So he built the menhirs, meant to repel the weirdness.
I see.
For us, the Four Dwellers, such a vision was both heretical and terrifying. Some of our kin could not forgive him for it. So, they killed him. It was the first time an Avalonian had ever slain one of their own.
Interesting. I see. So he was the first of your kind to ever be murdered. And then when he became the king of humanity, he came here and annihilated all of you. Interesting. So Arthur was a Four Dweller in some way.
Arthur was a man, mortal like any other, but ambitious like few. But yes, His origins are far more complicated. This is a tale of two separate realities that, through a series of specific events, began to intersect, forming a single knot.
I see.
Everything that has happened, and everything that will happen, is meant to decide the fate of that knot. And we, as you likely already know, have been pulled into all of this.
Well, these knots tend to have a certain gravity about them, and, well, hard not to get pulled in by such cosmic forces. So what now?
Our meeting comes to an end. I regret how brief it is, but my role in your story was always meant to be insignificant.
I see. Do we leave? Oh. Interesting. Okay. Just a massive wardrop. Not that I'm complaining. We learned quite a lot. In fact, we learned enough that I'm inclined to see what Arthur has to say. Arthur? What? Oh, right. It's E, not... There we go. Wait, I can level up? What do you mean I can level up? Did I... Wait. Alright, hold on. Let's talk to Arthur first before I get myself sidetracked. About the tomb of Lancelot.
Oh, Lancelot. It was painful to watch what became of him.
How was Lancelot before?
Confident, steadfast, eloquent. Nothing like the tormented soul you've seen. He was admired by the people and by his fellow knights. He had quite the following, though he never seemed to care for it. Only later did I realize how wrong I had been.
I see.
He was also much sought after. Left a trail of broken hearts wherever he went. But there was only one he ever held in his heart. And that was Avalon.
Did he truly betray you?
I always believed Lancelot to be honest to a fault. He never hesitated to speak his mind. And I valued that in him as much as his loyalty. I trusted him completely. And I thought his faith in me, in my vision for Avalon, was just as strong. But it wasn't. I don't know when or how that trust was lost. And to this day, it still pains me. But know this. Even in betrayal, Lancelot never sought to serve himself. He was a good man. Yet even the best of men can falter and lose their way.
Truer words have never been spoken. Will you forgive him?
I forgave him long ago. What saddens me is that he still cannot forgive himself. But I understand why. The rebellion he led hurt not only me, it wounded all of Avalon. And Lancelot always hated senseless bloodshed. To be the cause of so much suffering, perhaps fighting by our side will finally bring him peace.
Oh, if that is the case, then we cannot... Oh, wait a minute. This is for our king power, isn't it? The king's soul. We gained a point. Okay. When using King Soul, your damage increases by 50% for each enemy killed. When using King Soul, you receive 50% less damage. We're going to go with that one. Oh, wait, hold on. Dealing damage has a small chance to create a weird essence, which can be collected to regenerate a portion of the King's Soul. Deflect all incoming project. We're going to go with the just 50% reduced damage. Okay. Shield and helmet are the last two relics. Last two relics that we need. All right. Well then. So that was the extent. Oh, that's I have something here that I'm waiting on. I still have actually I don't still have anything. What are we doing? I think we're gonna head back here. Did we acquire? Oh, well, hold on. Sorry, same button. I keep forgetting. We did not acquire anything else too important. We're still waiting. Okay, we can hold off on that. We're going to go ahead and head forward. It is time for us to venture north. It is there that we will discover more of the secrets of this place. Let's travel here. Oh, so these areas that were infested with bandits, they no longer are. We took on a mission to go ahead and clear them out once and for all. And now, oh, can't go up there. Now, we have Keepers of the South, and they usually have a mixture of them. There's also usually some of the barbarians, the berserkers and such, in the area, guarding the parts of the environment of the local landscape that we have reclaimed in the name of the Horns. So, north. We're going to follow this road up. Now, quest that we're on, there was someone that we saved from a cage. I believe I saved him off screen. And he mentioned that there were others like him that were probably being held against their will. So we're going to go and help with that. Which I think will also... Who are you? Talking to me or you?
Oh, you'll regret this.
Oh.
This is how it's done.
And that's it for you.
We'll make short work.
Are you sure about that? Oh! Ow. Okay, fair enough, friend.
You made a big mistake. You're in for a world.
What am I in a world for? occurs to me that it is getting late in the day. Oh. There's a smoke cloud like in that vision. And that looks like a big black wolf. We are in need... Wait, what's this? Oh, red caps. Not flailing about. Oh yeah, it's getting dark. It's getting dark and I'm wounded. And while I can heal myself, the point is I do not do any damage to that creature at night. So we must away. Sir, I've never spoken to you.
If you're here to see the healer, don't bother. He's a quack and a butcher who likes to watch people suffer.
Uh-huh. That's a serious accusation.
And I mean it! He's a know-it-all from Camelot, but the truth is, he doesn't know shit.
All of those academic types think they're better than us village folk, just 'cause they read a book. We've been getting by just fine without any of their crap.
Well, I mean, reading books can be very helpful, to be fair. Practical knowledge also has value, so maybe there's reason for a mixture. Okay, why would you say that?
I came to him with a toothache, asked him to make me something for the pain, and you know what he did? He said my tooth is rotten, and then sent me to Osprey to get it pulled out.
Sounds reasonable.
Sounds like horse crap. My grandma was smarter than your lot, and she couldn't even read.
She knew how to make a proper potion for toothache. If I were any good at mixing that stuff, I wouldn't need to deal with quacks like Heber.
I even gave him my grandma's recipe, but he said it was no good.
Uh-huh. And, why was it not good?
Don't know. Probably just didn't like that an old woman from a backwater village was a better healer than him.
Ah, okay, yes, of course. Why doesn't the medic want to make it?
He says it's no good. Says that if I don't get the tooth pulled out, it'll keep hurting. I told him that's why I need the remedy, to make it stop hurting. But it's like talking to a brick wall.
Right, right. He's the one talking to the brick wall. I'll talk to him for you if you would like.
You will? Oh, you're a lifesaver. Tooth saver, yeah? No matter.
Well, that is something I'll worry about later, chat, so I don't bog down our little bit of fun here. Let me just do a quick thing. Oh, right, I didn't put that away this time around, because I forgot that save thing that I totally didn't do. That was embarrassing. Okay. Plop down a save. Then we're gonna rest. real quick talk to this lady. Sell weaponry. That we don't need. Red cap daggers we don't need. We're going to keep the torch. Fishing rod we want. Bad. 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 Go away. And then the arrows go away. Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to head over here again. And then we're gonna head north. What is over there? Oh, it must be an animal. Oh wait, where's north? Here we go. Right? Yeah, okay. Okay. Now, it may not be that we actually get to that in other quests. We do only have about a half hour left for the evening chat. But we're, at the very least, going to cross the river and see what's going on. That mist up ahead is reminiscent of what we were fighting earlier. And we have an enemy marker up here. So by all accounts, it is the same creature. Oh. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't heal myself like I was supposed to. Ooh, we're doing really well XP-wise, though. And I didn't see how much these things give. Oh, there's another one. Hello, friend. Okay. So what is this? Oh, another Stagfather Shrine. Clicking on those, I think you're able to do it once a day. Spawns, at least the one that I've been trying on occasion, spawns a bunch of stags, weird stags, and then you have to try and kill them within like 20 seconds or something. I have not been successful. Hello, wolf. Perfectly handled. Ooh, a bear. Alright. Well, let's see what happens. Hello, bear. Alright. Well, chat, we're across the river. And while we technically have come across the river to get here, we are now, how shall I say, even more so, like, committed to expanding our influence north. Oh.
I'll face every threat. Back to your hovel, coward!
Your rodents here! Strike you down. That's all you've got.
Oh boy.
I will be your downfall.
You're no match for our band.
Back to your hovel, coward.
This is going to hurt.
Alright.
I've had worse.
Have you? Execution. There we go. Alright, friend.
You are nothing but a...
I'm nothing but a what?
Your armor won't save you.
Is that so? It didn't save you either. Oh, steel breastplate. Nicely made. Stagfather's tonic, some cheese, some ale. Nice resources, friends. Oh! And more of the ethereal cobweb-like trees. Rapid shooters mixture, apple. Okay. This is the part of all these games that we love is the loot. Trick shot potion. Okay. Blueberries. Gotta love it. Need a... No, soup spoon. Yeah, fish. Okay. Nice. Okay. Now, we go over here and find the bodies. You are good. But where's your knight friend? Here we go. You, sir. I'm going to take everything. I looked up and saw that deer, like, running towards me. And I'm like, did I aggro you somehow? Like... that on the road? Down there. Oh, it looks like a wolf. Yeah, just like that. Okay, and there is a way down. Slash up. From here. Ooh! Go. Okay. Well, the good news is, actually, I don't know what the good news is. Actually, we get to fight another one of these wraith things. And that is actually good news. Where are you? Missling! Oh, you can't even fight back. Perfect. Alright, how much XP do you give? Only 250? That's not too bad. But I've seen better. Oh. Who are you? And what is that? Interesting. Hollow druids. Good to know that I can use you to farm XP for sneaking. Who is this? Interact. Nimune? Nimue? I'm gonna mispronounce that horribly. I apologize. As a revered Bandri, Numi's knowledge and power guided King Arthur and his knights during the Age of Conquest. Her calm counsel shone as a beacon for the Round Table, aiding in securing the kingdom's future. Praise her memory, forever cherished. Okay, it's a memorial. Oh. An important memorial. And with my little eye, I spied... Oh. Now I have both of these, but spells sell well. So for now, we're going to go ahead and save. I'm getting the feeling that I should approach this from a different angle, since I'm supposed to sneak up on some sort of... Oh. Sorry, observing the land. That looks like an interesting monument that I want to investigate. That looks like a bunch of people just hanging out on the ridge. And I don't like how still they are. I wonder if they're druids. But down here is a settlement of like bandits and slavers. And that is where we're expected. He's standing out in the open. Huh. I don't like the smell of this. Well, chat. Whoa, what is this? Titanium! Oh, and it gives me iron. Okay. Duly noted. Oh, right on top of a teleport beacon, too. Oh. There's a little house here. Is abandoned. Sharpening stones, bear pelts, good supplies, little cheese. Okay. Oh, tomato. Tomato. Those of you that know that joke, you may laugh. Those of you who don't worry about it. All right. Well, let us find out what our friend is doing out in the open. He said he would meet us at a camp that had... Oh. Those are bodies. Viciously torn apart. Uh-huh. Well, let's see where this goes. Locke the Madman, where others would waver, Locke embraced the madness that led him to numerous triumphs. He loyally fought under the banner of Seawolf Firstfoot. At the end of his life, he met a madman's death, charging alone into enemy forces. A final brave act that bought precious time for his comrades. Well. Madmen or not, to throw one's life away for one's comrades. Well, throw one's life. to sacrifice one's life for one's comrades. That's a admirable thing. Ah.
Oh, you're finally here, but our crows are not. I don't know what could have gone wrong. Maybe I misheard. Maybe I mixed up the names of the villagers. Oh no, they're here, aren't they? You won't get me. Over my dead body.
That can be arranged. However, it just so happens you're too valuable for us to simply kill you.
I'm not going with you. You won't take me alive.
Calm yourself, Vidar. You know exactly what you did, and why you'll cooperate with us willingly.
What?
Well done, Hatchling, for bringing Vidar to us.
Huh?
Your efforts will not go unnoticed.
Excuse me? What's going on here?
Exactly what it looks like. We're taking Vidar. He's far too valuable to simply let him die. I'd advise against interfering.
Uh-huh. Actually, I'm kind of with Vidar. You had him in a cage, and I'm not really fond of people like kidnapping and slaving and whatnot. I came here to take you down.
Oh? Perhaps you'd like to learn just who you're risking your neck for. Vidar probably spun you some tale of being a harmless Pict, a scholar of the weirdness, captured by cruel bandits?
Perhaps. Yes, so...
So Vidar's a scourge to his own people. He's been hunting his own kin for years. He's the one driving the Picts from the region. If you support him and let him go, you may as well start hunting them yourself. The two of you can enjoy your genocidal romance together. And meanwhile, Avalon will lose the only force capable of fighting the horrors of the weirdness. Frankly, it's quite reckless.
Huh. Is this true, Vidar?
The only ones I killed are children of Morrigan. Yes, some of them were Picts. Once you swear yourself to that wretched order, you stop being human. That's why they lured me here, don't you see? I've slain those who murdered my kin, not the other way around.
Ah, so this is the bedtime story you tell yourself so you can sleep at night. How quaint. I only kill the wicked. I only hunt the guilty. Sure, sure. Tell me, Vidar, when did you start deciding who still counts as human? That sounds worse than anything the children of Morrigan ever did.
And what do you plan to do with Vidar?
Oh, nothing terrible. Since he's been thinning out his own tribe, those best versed in the weirdness, we'll use him as a bargaining chip. We'll hand him over to his kin and let them decide his fate. In return, we hope to gain a scholar of the weirdness willing to work with us of his own free will. It's not a bad solution, wouldn't you agree? Believe me, we don't have to be enemies. In fact, we can help each other.
How could we possibly help each other?
The children of Morrigan are dedicated to Avalon's well-being. Naturally, we operate from the shadows. We've long realized that working that way yields better results than marching under Camelot's banner in broad daylight. That's our purpose. Securing resources like scholars of the weirdness, guiding those in power to serve the people's needs. And we need more wise souls to join our cause. So, are you interested in joining our organization? Ready to take on the mission of restoring Avalon?
Everyone wants
All
to...
it'll cost you is leaving Vidar in our care.
I don't... Alright. he may claim to be doing what's right. The problem is I don't know who these children of Morrigan are. She makes the claim that they're here to restore order to Avalon. Now, if I remember the normal stories of Camelot, Morrigan is usually seen as a villain. However, this seems to be a tale of Camelot and King Arthur where things get a little turned inside out. So I'm wondering if in this case the tales of the children of Morrigan are not indeed actually trying to help. I'm not sure. I have some questions first.
Undoubtedly. Yet sometimes in life you have to take what one would call a leap of faith. I trusted you to make the right choice. Now you'll have to trust me, because I already told you more than I should have.
There's a part of me that genuinely feels like they are telling the truth. Vidar admitted to killing people who he claimed were no longer human. But if these are children of Morrigan, they definitely appear human. If he won't be killed, alright, I'd like to know more. The way I see it is, if I get to the bottom of this, Vidar hopefully will not be torn apart or anything like that, but if they are indeed enemies of Avalon and the people in general, then getting, infiltrating their ranks and learning whether or not they are wholesome or not, that's going to be the best course of action at the end of the day. At least as far as I can tell based on the information I have. So we're going to go ahead and side with them for now. However, if they prove themselves to be less than trustworthy, I'll be in a position to thin their numbers significantly. If he won't be killed, alright. I'd like to know more.
Very wise. Edgar, please take our guest to a safe place. I'm pleased you're with us, Hatchling. This is Luth, your new superior. From now on, he'll be assigning the tasks you need to complete the rise within our ranks. If you do well, we'll meet again soon. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must tend to our Pictish guest.
From this moment on, you are mine. So listen well. The place we're taking over has some vermin holed up. Nasty types. The kind you don't waste any time talking to.
Convenient.
They need to be dealt with before we move in. And I've got no interest in handling that job myself. Also, if you find anything interesting, bring it back. You'll take care of it for me, won't you, Birdie?
You have some interesting little nicknames for me already, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we'll overlook it for now. Want to know more about the children of Morrigan.
Ah, yes. I suppose you deserve some kind of introduction. But know that very few are afforded such a luxury.
Okay.
Most people would call us enemies of what they think is good. But I believe the world requires balance. In balance, nothing is purely good or evil. It just is.
You're already painting the picture that I made a mistake. What exactly does your organization do?
Maintaining order and safety, naturally. You might compare us to a night watch. We use any methods we deem necessary to reach our goals.
I thought the children of Morrigan worked with bandits.
Depends on the bandits. When a group is simply trying to survive, our goals often align. Yes, we sometimes form alliances, but if they're just thugs burning villages for fun, then naturally we don't support that. We remove their leaders if we think the band could be set on the right path. True, some of our recruits started out as ordinary bandits, but thanks to us, they have the chance to achieve much more.
Who is Morgan?
She's our goddess, patron of the capital in the far north. You may know her as the goddess of destruction, death, and war, but we see her differently.
Yes.
To us, she's the patron of change, a promise of new beginnings. To build something new, one must first clear away the old. No death without life, no life without death, as Morrigan teaches. And I agree.
And what about the worship of Morrigan?
Morrigan is a goddess of death, yes, but that doesn't mean she seeks immediate destruction. Believe me, the more wicked the soul, the more eagerly Morrigan welcomes them. She has no interest in claiming the life of, say, a child. That's all I can tell you, Birdie. The rest, you'll have to discover on your own.
Alright. What do you mean by vermin?
Some unsettling rumors have reached us. Whispers about a group attempting to walk in our boots. Crows don't like that kind of competition. I don't care if it's a flock of villagers who've decided it's their turn to play naughty boys, or some serious ruffians. Just get rid of them. For good.
And what is this place?
It's a watchtower, where bandit groups like to hole up one after another. They come, they go, like in some damned tavern. It's high time we made ourselves a cozy little nest there instead.
Any advice?
Strike precisely, and keep it clean. I have no interest in cleaning up anyone's guts.
I'll be going then.
Off you go, Birdie.
Well, we did... No place for strays. We did acquire some pretty cool looking gear, so if nothing else, there's that. The fact that there's desiccated corpses out here, though, you're not selling me a picture that I like. So, this birdie is going to be interested to see where this all goes. Just remember, friend, for me to have gotten this far, I have talons. Ooh. Ancient Oak's root. It looks like a ring, and then a gold goblet, which might sell well. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, a lot of buildings I can't enter. There we go. That's good. That's also good. Nope. Nothing else. That's copper. Don't really need that. Wine. Empty. Empty, 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 empty. Okay. Alright, friend. Where is it that I am going to go? To... Wait. No place for strays. Ah, okay. There was a, like, windmill tower here that had that was part of the bandits, and I was afraid that this quest would have me, as a result, attack those, like, members of the Horns of the South and the berserkers that had taken over the area. Thankfully, that's not the case. So we need to come down here to take over this watchtower that they want for some reason. I don't know how I feel about the crows. However, let's take a peek. Okay, so it's basically his gear. Crashling's talons. Sneak damage. Not really anything. Health regeneration. Hello. Oh. Armor is good as gold. Armor is as good as gold right now. Mana regeneration, not as much. Let us get some health regeneration going. Yes. I don't remember seeing you before in the wiki. Don't get me wrong, this is gonna take. This would be a very, very lengthy process, but having this around will save on certain resources, at least for now. Chances are, though, I am going to probably not worry about that as much. Once I get my crafting up in terms of thing. Oh, it's getting late. I just realized. I thought I heard something. Okay. We're gonna get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Okay. As a result of the cheese spell that we got, and I don't believe I've shown that on stream before, so I'll have to make a note to bust that out and show you guys the absurdity of that spell. If I have, then, I mean, showing it off again would not be a terrible thing, because it is rather hilarious. But, basically, we have an infinite source of cheese. And by slapping 3 wedges of cheese together, you can create cheese balls of doom, which are a dish that heals something like 100 health over, so many seconds or whatever. So we essentially have a infinite source of food, even in the field, which I'm probably going to take advantage of pretty heavily, now that I think of it. Because we can always plop down a little fire, do a little cooking, no biggie. But yeah, I believe that is going to be it for this evening. We're going to make sure we have a nice save. Actually. Yes. Our main save is going to be right here. One of the things that I'm going to do, chat, once we close down with the stream, I'm going to go back and see what happens when I side with Vidar. I'm going to make a determination based on that. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to keep the main save the way that it is, but we'll see. But I guess the last bit of news is this Sunday, I need to try and get in touch with a friend or two. I'm looking at a couple of games to be what we play on Sunday. So it might be that we do some Helldivers. It also could be that we play Risk of Rain 2. It just recently came out with an update for, I think it was called Alloyed Collective or something. 2 new heroes and all that stuff. And the game is a good amount of zany fun. So if those, depending on what those friends say, like whether they're available or not, because I personally think it's better when you actually have other people there and you're not running solo. We might run that as like a collab. If I need to run solo, then I might default to Helldivers. So it's still a little bit in the works. And unfortunately, that's why I basically haven't had a chance to update the schedule with what's going on. But hopefully by Saturday I'll have an idea, and I'll go ahead and make that adjustment to the schedule once I have that locked in. So, for now, chat, you all have a good one. I hope to see you later. Take care.